Yep. It's rolling. I'm rolling. Hopefully soon. I'm not talking about ecstasy either. Even though I got offered some yesterday. Or not yesterday, the other day. When I went to go see the boats. I got offered some E. It's bad because the evil one was in my head. I almost got some. That would have been bad. I would have been rolling by myself. Oh, man. Can you imagine me in this house bumping music, rolling all night by myself, touching myself? No. That's what would have happened. I would have been touching myself. It would have been bad. I don't touch myself. I refrain from that as long as I can. It's for spiritual reasons. So, I got these fucking birds, dude. I've never heard these birds until I lived at this house. I might have heard them, but I'm sure I have, but you don't notice it, you know what I mean? Until, like, well, I didn't notice it until I moved here because these things fucking screech, man. Like, that's all they do is screech all fucking day long, all night long. And they just started. And this tree has a bunch of woodpeckers, too. I got there's two of them that stay in this tree, this part right here. And then there's some in my backyard as well. I have a video on my YouTube. You can it's on God's YouTube. It's not my YouTube. It's Margarita's YouTube, God's YouTube. But you can find it. They're definitely mating too. You could tell. Yeah, see, he's right up there. You can see him. He's right where, like, you see the dead tree. Not this one, but the very, very top one. Definitely there. But see, you hear the screeching one? I don't know what the fuck they are yet. I want to get an app. I found a bird app. I gotta get the other phone. I want this cat phone. I found an app that records stuff, like all these different animals, and you can find out what animal it is. I haven't used it yet, so I don't. Once I use it and I figure out everything, I'll tell you guys what it is. I just came across it. It's kind of why I'm searching, because I've been doing all these studies and stuff, and I wanted to show you guys something because, this is what I'm doing to global warming, and it's not just global warming, I'm doing like the effects of, pollution and what's going on around the world, I'm trying to make it more aware and doing it in a more personable way than all these other places that have already done these topics because they're doing it like in documentary form, and like Vice News is my favorite, one of my favorite YouTube channels, by the way. If Vice News, anybody that works for Vice News, you come across my channel, y'all rock. You rock, y'all seriously rock, because if it wasn't for your guys' channel too, you guys inspired me, but I learned a lot from your guys' channel as well. I learned a lot from all YouTube channels, from the internet. That's why I tell people, man, the internet, everything I know is from the internet. That's why I'm starting this education, everything. And it's gonna be free. My schooling is gonna be free. The app, when I roll out, you're gonna be able to get all these education resources for free. And then when you subscribe, you'll be able to get, access to extra content in a sense, like comedy stuff, that type of stuff, like entertainment type things. But anything as far as like education or resources for jobs or the Bible, like the Word, all that stuff will always be free. I'll never charge for anything like that. The only thing I will charge for is for, entertainment. But this stuff right here, the birds, the reason why it hit me, I heard the birds, it's screeching. I'm like, I'm going to talk about it today. So this right here, it's called diflufenic sodium topical gel, right? And so, what is it used for? It says apply 2 to 4 grams to affected area 4 times a day, and you guys can look this stuff up, right? And this was for my dad. My dad got this prescribed to him. It says his name on it. It says that, Warren Road, West End, Michigan, 48185, you know, from Meyer Pharmacy. That's where he was getting his stuff. Meyer Pharmacy over there at Newburgh and Warren Road. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, right, is because of these birds. And so a lot of people don't know, you know, China, well, a lot of people do know, China makes a lot of everything. You know, they make everything. Everything we always see is usually says made in China in the United States of America. Well, a lot of people don't know is most medications, most antibiotics are made in India, including clothes. Most of your clothes are actually dyed in India. A lot of people don't know that as well. India is definitely the #1 manufacturer of clothes in the world, and dyes as well, and antibiotics. Well, what's happening is their country doesn't have, their laws are more lax when it comes to disposing chemicals and, you know, procedure and safety hazards type of thing, you know, and you have to put things in perspective, retrospect. United States, you know, our country, the United States of America, kind of went through this during the industrial age, you know, and the way our law is and our system works, you know, we were able to effectively communicate for the most part and clean up our area, our you know, our country, and we're still cleaning it up. You know, that documentary I uploaded, which was an hour, which didn't, I accidentally deleted the fucking thing, and it didn't get uploaded, which hurt, which I'll be making another documentary. The Rouge River, you know, is really polluted, and they're just now getting it cleaned up compared to what it was. It was really bad, and it's nice now compared to what it was. But that pollutant, you know, from the car manufacturing, that's what it really was from in Michigan, was the car manufacturing, you know, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, you know, the big factory boom, you know, the industrial boom, all those chemicals, you know, the steel processing, it isn't just Michigan, you know, it's all across the United States. A lot of places were affected, including military stuff, which I'll speak about. I just met someone here that came and bought some BMW parts for me not too long ago. He was, you know, he works in the military. He was here buying some parts for me, and we were talking military stuff because, you know, he recognized, you know, the military in me, you know, soldier in me. So he did the bomb. So they had to go on an island. So like, I'll be bouncing around a lot, by the way. I'll get back to this. But in the islands, out in the islands in the Pacific, right? They had all this nuclear stuff that they were doing over there, and I forget the name of the island. But they promised the people that lived over there or whatever, that they would clean all this radio, you know, all this radioactivity up that was in the dirt. They did something over there that affected the people. It was affecting the people, and they promised these people that, you know, they would clean it up, you know, and it would, you know, like within like 30 years or something like that, 100 years or something. I don't know. I forget what the guy said exactly, but he said they were wrong. The government, our government, United States of America government, promised them that they would clean it up, and they didn't do exactly what they said they were going to do, but that's why they came out there. And he said for like months, he personally sat on a bulldozer and just stripped the earth, just stripped the ground. That's all they did was strip the ground. They went down far, he said deep. They stripped the whole island. They picked up all the people, moved them, migrated the people. They stripped the island. All right, they moved all this material, all this radioactive material, and then they put it in these big concrete squares, right? And then they buried the square in more concrete, you know? And he says what's crazy is they promised that, that's what it was. He said our government promised the stuff would last 100 years, and these big square, you know, concrete stuff. And not even 30 years later, the concrete already started breaking. So he had to go back out there. He's been in the military that long, he said. And they've had to go back out there to redo it. And he said he's pretty sure he's got problems from it, you know? And you could tell, like, his body, like, was really frail, like, skinny, you know? You could tell. He looked healthy. He looked fine, you know? He didn't, you know, but he said he had problems from it. He does. But back to this, because that kind of touched on this a little bit, on this, back to this. So India produces, the number one producer of antibiotics, and they don't really have a good system to dispose of the products of what's after they make this stuff. You got all those different chemicals that are made, byproducts that are harmful, and they're dumping it into the water. They're dumping it into the river, which is the main river, the heart of India. If you think about it, just like the Nile River was the heart of Egypt, if it wasn't for the Nile River, Egypt wouldn't have survived. Well, just like that, India, that river that I'm speaking of, which you can go look all this stuff up. You can look this stuff up. I'm serious. What's happening is they're dumping this stuff in, right? And the government's like, you watch a documentary, you can see the government, trying, but maybe they don't have enough backup. And if they are trying. Who knows what's going on? I'm not over there. But these chemicals, these antibiotics are going in the water, and what's happening is the viruses, the bad stuff, the stuff that creates infections and, all these different, bugs and whatever you want to call it, viruses, bacteria, life, bad life, whatever. The episode the documentary I seen on Vice News was called Superbugs. They were calling them superbugs because these viruses are getting immune to the antibiotics, which is partly this stuff, kinda, and this is not an antibiotic, and if it is, I don't know, but what I'm saying is this stuff right here, this specific stuff is actually killing birds, all right, in that area. It's proven. It's on Wikipedia. I posted it on my Facebook. So there's a few birds that are they're from that area. They're about to go extinct, and they're particular to the area. They're only from that area. You will only ever see these birds in that area. And this stuff right here was killing them. It was making their feathers fall off and everything else, and they're still having problems with it. They're dealing with it today. They just started the conservation program. There goes my wisp. They just started the conservation program agency for trying to reverse it a few years ago. So yeah, it's really crazy stuff that to think this, and it wasn't, it's crazy too to see. I seen that episode, but with the clothes thing too, what they're doing is all these factories are dyeing all these clothes, right? And the dye is in the water because they got to put the clothes, in the water with the dye the clothes, the fabrics, and then they pull it out and dry it, and that's how the fabrics get the color. Well, that dye gets dirty, it gets old, the dye doesn't last forever. Instead of disposing the dye correctly in a safe manner, they literally just have tubes, pipes that they're just piping this shit right into the fucking water, bro, right into the river. And it's crazy because if you look at the map, right, all these factories, right, even including this, they're all upriver. So all this stuff is going downriver, right, past all the people in the rural areas before it's even going out to sea. So all the people in the rural areas, if you watch the documentaries on Vice News, their skin is burning. The kids are growing they're all fucked up. They're having spinal issues, they're having seizures. Their eyes are all fucked up, they're having fucking catatonic fucking seizures all day long, like that, And then the parents gotta watch this. And the government doesn't do anything about it. When the people speak up, they just suppress it. Just like all governments do. Because nobody wants to deal with the issue. And this is another reason why I'm making these videos. Because we need more people like us. The people that are doing the stuff that, if it wasn't for those people, I wouldn't be know what I know, and I wouldn't be doing what I do either if it wasn't for them or for Jesus. So, listen, meditation didn't give me the strength or the faith to do this. Jesus did. No yoga gave me the faith to push for Margarita's dreams and my dreams and go chase weather and do all this global warming and Earth stuff, which I've always been obsessed with science and computer and technology and the Earth. That's who I am. I'm a science person. I'm a science geek. That's what I am. That's what, and my passion is sailing. So, and weather. So I'm going to be using my computer science, my computer science background, which I'm going to school for, and I'm going to, chase weather, and I'm going to use all this stuff and my criminal background that, because of my stupid fucking family, how they raised me. Partly, not the whole time, my mom's side was the bad side. My dad's side, for the most part, good. But, so I got a little behind me, you know what I mean? And I got other stuff, other backgrounds behind me. So, I think I'm going to be able to deliver something really nice for everyone on YouTube, for the world. And I'm excited to get my music. And so my music isn't, listen, man, I rap, but I make music, I sing, man. I do dance music. That's the problem. People, I'm not a fucking thug fucking rapper. That's not who I am. I make dance music, man. I'm not gonna go on listen, man. If it ain't to drop some panties, listen. If it ain't to get a girl in my room, if it ain't for a woman, then what is it for? What's it worth for me? I'm a man. I'm not a woman, so there's no reason for me to make music or anything unless it's for women. And there's only one woman that I want to make music for, and that's for Margarita. So, you guys will hear my music. I will be making music for the True Serum Tour as soon as I get my hand on some equipment. I'm actually hoping to find some guys out there that might want to start a boy band with me. I'm serious. So yeah, if that's you want to maybe meet Retrospect, man, possibly. Maybe I'll start a little trio or something, little music trio. Get together, make some music. I'll be sailing the world soon with my soon-to-be wife. So, yeah, I could always, stop on by, sail up to your state or hop on the plane, meet you, even though I don't want to burn fuel. I really don't. That's why I want to sail, get a diesel motor, because the diesel, is more efficient. That's why my truck, I don't even like driving the truck because it burns so much fuel. But, listen, man, I grew up a certain way. We all grew up a certain way, It doesn't mean you can't not be conscious of it or try to improve. So, that's why I pulled the 350 out. Not only was I blowing transmissions, because I suck at driving, I don't know how to drive, and I have a heavy foot. I wanted to put the LS motor in it because, one, more power. Two, I could tune and get better gas mileage, even though I probably won't get better gas mileage because, one, I have more power and I'm going to end up being in it more. And, my foot's going to be in the pedal more. But I figure, if I'm traveling in it, if I do keep it, if I'm traveling in it, I'm on the freeway towing or something, I can flip the tune, I can turn the tune and get better gas mileage. And I know how to do that stuff. So, you guys will see all that stuff on this channel. And I'm excited to meet more people. That's the problem, too, is the people that I was, I'm moving regardless. So it doesn't matter about those people. I need new people into my life anyways. So, yeah, if that's you, man, if you're a car person or you sail or you're a computer geek, you're a Linux geek, or, you're into the stuff I'm speaking about, and if you love Jesus, yeah, hit me up, man. Come talk to me. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy, man. I don't know why everyone's so shy. I see everyone's watching my videos. No likes, no comments. But they're watching my videos, which I appreciate all of you. I really do. I just don't know who you are. It makes me weird. Makes it weird. But I gotta go upload some videos. So there's... No, those ain't it. Those are the screeching ones. I thought they were the woodpeckers. There's some screeching ones. I mean, the woodpeckers are cool. The woodpeckers, when you see them going at it, trying to, get it in, they just started, really being active recently, the last 2 weeks. So I got a message for the motor. The guy hasn't even come to look at it yet. He asked me, he said, would you take 900? And I was like, well, no. I'm like, I want 1500 because the trans and the diff, you know, and transfer case. He's like, well, I want just the motor. He said, would you take 900 just for the motor? And I told him, I was like, you know what? I posted this on my Facebook too, so everyone can see. I told him, you know what? I will. I told him, if you bring a cherry picker and bring a friend and you come over here and you take that motor off the trans and the transfer case and diff, you separate it for me, yeah, bring me 900 cash, $900 bills. It's yours, take it. I told him 1500, you can have everything. I told him, I know you really just want the motor, but 1500, I have the title, take the frame, take the cab, you can take it all, take it all. I'm waiting for a reply. He hasn't replied back yet, so that's good. And I forgot to upload the videos of me downtown from the GoPro, so I'm about to do that. So if you've been watching my videos and you like to watch those point of view videos, I'll have some today. If I can find the camera. I don't know where I put it. At the front. I gotta find the camera. There it is. Found it. Gotta pull the SD card out and then transfer it. I got to turn the remote on. I have the little clicker somewhere. Where'd I put that fucking thing? Dude, this is so weird being, like, moving and having everything around is fucking me up. I'm not used to everything. I don't know where everything's at, you know what I mean? I don't know where... I want to turn on that light, and I have a button, you know, a switch to turn on all those lights. And I found it. It's a timer as well, which are actually kind of nice because... you can, if you get the good one, you can hook it up to your computer, right? And if you have internet in your house, you can turn on your lights, you know, which they sell home automation already. They have all that stuff, you know, but you got to buy the whole kit, you know, and I like building that stuff. That was like the whole purpose of it. I was doing that stuff way before. Listen, man, I had home automation in my house way before they even started coming out with all this stuff on the phone and app. And what's crazy is I wanted to come out with my own system years ago, but I never did because, you know, I was young. I never had that type of money, you know. Now I do. I could start something like that now, but I am starting something. I'm chasing my dreams. So, yeah, we're going to just transfer. There's the Kabbalah right there. This is the Kabbalah. This is your body, so you know your spine. These are all your chakras. There's your solar plexus. There's your head chakra. No. That's the Kabbalah. That is your chakras. That is your human anatomy, your body. So yeah, we're going to pull out the 8 gigabyte SD card, which I got to get more. I got to get like 128 gigabyte and a faster speed. Would be nice. And I like this laptop too because it has an actual micro SD slot, which, you know, is kind of rare actually, believe it or not, on the older laptops. I mean, the newer ones are starting to have them. Like, you know, this laptop even has USB-C. You know, my Dell, my business laptop, you know, I do all my video editing, the i7 over there don't have no USB-C. Listen, man, I love this little laptop. There's just something about it, bro. I use it so much compared to, like, all my other machines, which surprises me. So there's the first, I already transferred, so I actually got some good footage, like a decent amount of footage, so, this was the same day. I already transferred it once because I filled up the SD card. I, copied everything over. And then, you know, I erased the SD card. I erased everything on it to make sure I could, you know, record more. And So I got almost 16 gigabytes of video, so hopefully it's decent. I didn't do any biking though, and I didn't get to go to Hart Plaza because the inner tube went flat. So unfortunately, you won't be able to see everything I wanted to actually get, like the cool stuff, because that's just how things happen, you know. That's how it always goes, you know. But I will. I'll have some really good stuff for you guys. And it wasn't much anyways, you know. I was heading downtown, you know. I was just going through the city, but I wish I could have got more on my way there now because um on my way back I actually planned on my way back to get really cool stuff. I was trying to get the nightlife for you guys. You know, like go through the alleys where all the cool places are, all the graffiti, you know, all the art and all that. But tire went flat. So but I did get some good footage for the most part heading there. So you guys get to see a bunch of people. Everybody, it was popping down there that day, the other day. So when I do these videos too, I'm gonna be traveling the world. I'm gonna be specific. They're gonna be really short. These titles, these you know, these point of views where I ride the bike and I'm going through the cities. They're just gonna be the name of the city and then a date. Unless there's something specific, unless it's like a specific area I feel is important, like it's got some heritage, you know, historical meaning to it, you know, um, then it will say, you know, say something else. But for the most part, it's just gonna say, you know, Detroit, you know, and then it will say the date. Or like if I go through, you know, Los Angeles, it'll say LA and the date. Or if, you know, whatever it is, you know, I go through Texas, you know, Houston, it might just say Houston, you know, and then the date. But I'm always gonna have the date. And I already had been doing this. I already did it in my last videos because it's hard to. This is why I'm doing the life stories perspectives too. Um, you know, I have a background in doing business, you know what I mean? I knew that it was going to take time to do all this stuff, you know? And that's part of the show. That's part of the channel. What I wanted to show was the production side of it because you don't ever see that really. You know, people dream about doing this stuff, the YouTube channel, and I see a lot of kids struggle with it. Including in my family, I watch my nephew struggle with it. My nephews all want to be YouTubers, and I believe one of my nephews would be really, really good at it. And he's really smart, and kid already owns an Audi, like a fast Audi. I'm talking an Audi Quattro. I'm talking a new one. I'm talking twin turbo, fast. You know, like scare the shit out of me. You know, slow the fuck down fast when I know how to drive, you know, scare me, slow the fuck down fast cars. I've had them. And the reason why I got scared though is because of who was behind the wheel. It wasn't the car. He made me nervous because how he was driving. I'm not going to say his name, but if you see my video, you know who you are. I taught you how to drive a manual. I'm the reason why you own that Audi. You even said so yourself. I was your inspiration to buy that car. Because of all my cars and me teaching you how to drive. Listen, Suhai, you need some practice, bud. Like a lot of practice. Slow down before you hurt somebody, please. Thank you. I love you. But yeah, she's almost transferred. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm gonna see. It sucks though too, cause it takes forever for it to upload. And I just got my bill today for Spectrum, and I gotta pay it obviously, but it doesn't make any sense for me to pay it when I'm leaving, right? Where I pay it for a whole month, and I'm gonna be out, you know, $50, $30, whatever it is. It's $100. No, actually, Spectrum went from $100 to. It was $120 for my bill, down to like $50, bro. It was like $30-$40, something like that. It was $30 just for internet. The internet was faster than I got the fax line, the business line, the phone. So it ended up being $50. So not only did I like triple the speed with Spectrum, with Wi-Fi 6 and everything else, I paid literally it was like 70% less. If you think about it, if I'm paying 120, all right, I'm already paying 50. It's 70% pretty much. And then if I wouldn't have got the business phone and the fax line, I would only been paying 30. It's crazy. That's insane. And I went from pulling only like 30 megabytes down, 40 megabytes down, with it always being in and out, which I didn't even have service for a whole month, which WoW didn't even pay for me. They made me pay. They didn't even give me a refund. They told me I had to get a rebate, which I didn't even get because my dad was supposed to pay the bill. They told me I had to pay the bill three months in a row on time for me to get a $200 gift card for a month of service they should have gave me that I paid for, and I didn't because they brought the tech installed the bad modem. That's crazy. And my dad didn't pay the payment on time because my dad said he was going to take care of it, and my dad was losing his memory. That's why I've been having all these problems too with this house. My dad moving out and stuff, we were fighting because he was... You've seen my videos, you can watch. I'm not going to go through all that again. There's no reason to. I've already went through it. But yeah, so they're done. My videos are transferred. So yeah, it sucks sometimes I gotta do this right now. But until I get a bigger, card, I gotta do it this way all the time until I can, I mean, regardless, I gotta upload it. I have to do it this way no matter what. But it sucks having to this will fill up within 40 minutes, real quick because it's such a small SD card. And then I got to transfer it, bring the laptop with me, transfer it, and then, keep on going. But, I mean, it works too. I don't mind having the weight on my back. I'm always getting a good workout. Dude, I'm telling you, this Panasonic battery, Panasonic, bro, I'm telling you, they make good batteries, dude. This whole laptop, it says 14 hours, 29 minutes, man. And I will tell you, I will get 14 hours and 29 minutes out of this. I got 22 hours out of this battery. 22 hours of surfing the internet and just leaving it on. And I have it set up so the screen doesn't blank. The screen stays on 24/7. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't go and hibernate. There's no physical drive that spins, so there's no, That's why also the battery lasts so long as well. It's got a SSD solid state hard drive on it. But yeah, so that's transfer. I'm gonna go ahead and upload these and stuff and get going, get this going. Hoping that guy comes today for this motor. That'd be cool. Hopefully he messages, because I need food. Or somebody come soon and buy some furniture before him, because he's got to pull the motor. That means I'd have to wait for the food. For the money. To get the food. So hopefully somebody buys something today. I got the coffee. I just ate 2 pieces of toast. I have honey and sugar, which I don't have nothing else. So I put honey and sugar on some toast. I don't have no butter, nothing. I'm roughing it out right now. So I gotta log into my YouTube. Go ahead and sign in. Yeah. Definitely signing in. Yep, already got my password. Sign in. Now I got to check my